I've got carpet in my home and I love carpet. And if you have carpet, you should be listening up here because these questions come up all the time about carpet cleaning. And I've asked my friend Erik Olson to join me from Safe and Soft Carpet Cleaning today to answer a question that you may have had. Erik, how are you?
Great, Joe. How are you?
I'm fantastic. Thank you. So, carpet cleaning, there's a number of ways to do it with different types of equipment. And the questions come in here to the studio. What do you guys do at Safe and Soft? Do you bring equipment in the house or is it in the driveway? How does it work?
So obviously we're driving a van loaded with equipment and bringing it to the house. Generally, we do not park in the driveway unless we need to be closer, and then we ask the homeowner's permission if we can park in the driveway. Um, to a lot of people, that's important so that you're not leaking oil or obstructing their view from the van or anything like that. Our vans obviously are upkept, so we're not leaking oil, and we would prevent that from getting on their driveways. But yes, they're loaded with equipment, and generally we do bring that in. However, there are different methods, and the question is what equipment is being brought in and what isn't being brought in. So generally, with our low moisture option, we are bringing the majority of the equipment in, because we're not running hoses from the vans into the door, and having to keep your door open, whether that's during the winter, whether that's during the summer, where we're letting out hot air, cold air. And so, or letting pests in or pets out, right? We don't want the pets to get out. So we bring generally equipment in that we can keep in, that it's self-contained, that we can keep the door closed, right? There are times when we do hot water extraction where we will need to have hoses run, but we can put a seal-a-door, which is a cool little barrier that we canvas barrier that we can seal the door, and it has a little opening just for the hoses to run through, but it keeps hot air in, cold air out, or vice versa, and pets from getting in and out of the house. So the equipment that we're bringing in generally is a vacuum cleaner, right? Because we do vacuum on every job, which is very important. We do have clients that are like, well, I've already vacuumed, but we're always going to vacuum up something else. There's always more that's in the carpet. Carpet is the gift that keeps on giving. Dirt, it's designed to hide dirt. You're always going to keep getting more and more out. There's also another tool that we like to bring in that's known as a counter rotating brush, which is or CRB as we call it, and that just has two huge brushes that do, like the name says, they counter rotate, and that's actually picking up embedded soils and scooping them into trays. So that gets way deep down into the fibers. And then we use what's called an oscillating pad machine, generally for low moisture cleaning, where the machine oscillates and we have absorbent pads underneath that are picking up the soils and the moisture in the carpet, creating that agitation that's necessary in order to release those soils from the carpet. And then we have a carpet rake, and we have the sprayer that we use for dispersing the cleaning solution on the carpet, as well as a bag that holds clean absorbent pads, either microfiber or cotton. And then we put used dirty pads in like a laundry bag, a separate laundry bag, so that we keep them separated and keep them sanitary and clean, right? Because at the end of the day, we're washing those pads. If we're doing hot water extraction, the truck mount, obviously, as in the name, it's so funny. Carpet cleaning equipment is just named exactly for what it does, right? Well, I guess a lot of equipment is like that, but it's mounted in the truck, and you're just running hoses from the truck into the house. And then, we would bring in a wand that would be hooked at the end of those hoses, where it would release pressurized rinse water, and then the vacuum on the end of the wand would extract that. So yes, we do bring equipment in. There are ways to keep the door sealed, whether we bring all the equipment in and keep the door closed and everything self-contained. That's actually great for commercial businesses too, especially banks or hotels, where they need to keep, but security is an issue, right? Depending on what time of the day we're cleaning the carpets. Or in a home, if we need to do hot water extraction, we can do a seal a door as well to keep everything sealed and closed. But yes, whatever process we're using, we're always bringing equipment in the home. We do clean our equipment, so that we're not cross-contaminating, which is, very important. Some people have even asked us to use their own vacuum cleaners, which is a unique request. But we want to be accommodating. We usually do have a disclaimer form that we have them sign for that, because we have commercial grade equipment that's probably going to do a better job than their household vacuum cleaner. But because of special requests, we like to be accommodating if at all possible, and they can sign that disclaimer form. But generally, most people, like 99% of the time, if not higher than that, are happy with 99.9% of the time are okay with us using our equipment, and we like to keep ours well maintained. There are some other carpet cleaners that I've seen that it's like, wow, like what was your equipment in World War II or something like that? Like, it's just really beat up and dirty and nasty. I'm like, look, how well you take care of your equipment is a reflection on how well you're going to perform the job. So we are in the business of appearances, right? We want your carpet to look good, and a good way to perceive that we're going to do a great job on your carpet is that we're taking care of our equipment, that it's cleaned and well taken care of as well. So.
Absolutely. So there's no yes or no in this. It depends on what needs to be done, but expect to have some equipment in the house and some on the street possibly as well. And it's as simple as that. For more information, get a hold of Erik and his team at Safe and Soft Carpet Cleaning. All of their information is located in the description of this podcast. Thanks, Erik. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Joe.